keep swimming. 1111. Thank you so much for finding me. Well, it occurred to me as I was clicking off my video today that I make my singles wait way too long for their readings. I don't want my channel just to be about karmics and divine soulmates and twin flames, although that is my specialty. I still want to help you guys out on your own individual single journeys. So for those of you that are single and happy and getting to know yourself better, we've got a nice little reading in store for you. Nothing super long. I know you singles are busy, but at least something nice, okay? So let me get these cards ready for you. All right. So I'm going to do self-care. Let me make sure I have the book first. I keep doing that. I keep getting my cards out without the books, and then I stress. All right, give me a second here. You know what happens when you guys, well, if you guys are readers, you already know, but you pull out a bunch of cards, and then you end up with this pile if you don't clean up right after your reading. So just give me a moment trying to maneuver that. Okay. All right. Come on now. Oh, good lordy. I knew that was going to happen. It was coming for me. Okay. I have to clean up after this reading. All right. So, for my singles, I hope I have some singles watching me. And you know, even if you're not technically what you would consider single, you might feel like you just want to get information about yourself without looking into your lover's situation. So if that's you and you just don't want, you know, a mixed reading, you don't want lovers coming into the situation, then this reading is for you because it's all about your journey by yourself. Okay? So what does Spirit want to tell you singles? Spirit, what do you want to tell us about the self? The single journey. The people out there doing them. Okay? Happy and single. Markers, single Pringles, many flavors. I like that, single Pringles. Okay, so let's look at the single journeys. Okay? Show me the single journeys. We're on our own here, right, guys? We're on our own. What's up with the singles? All right, first card out. Ugh, guys, can you just get away from love? I don't blame you. It was just Valentine's Day, so you probably have love on your mind. But it's also about love for yourself, right? Love. Literally, you guys got the love card. You know, it's just my luck on a singles reading that wants to come out, but whatever. We're going to say self-love, okay? I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So seeing the good in yourself, guys, that's like the loudest message for me for your singles. Self-love, really loving who you are and having peace in your life. You know what's the best thing about being single? Peace. You don't have to worry about somebody else's problems, about fixing them, healing them, what they need, what they want, and you being there for them. Nah, none of that. Single means you get to be having peace. You don't have to worry about their drama. I am being love, and I release all negative energy. I love it. So a lot of meditation. Woosah. A lot of meditation for you guys. Spirit's like, get out there and meditate. If you haven't meditated today, do it. If you have nowhere to do it, no peace, no silence, go find some. Go find somewhere to meditate. All right, let's get a self-love and self-care message. The Sacred Self-Care Oracle and Guidebook by Jill Kyle. All right. So the first one that came out, bottom of the deck, make a nice meal. Have you guys done that lately as a single? I know, because I'm single. I know how it is. But I have kids. You know, it's different. But you really just don't make a nice meal for yourself. You're too tired. To be honest, single people get tired. The reason being, you do so much by yourself. You cook, you clean, you wash, you work, you pay the bills, you take care of the home, the car, the appointments, everything. You do everything by yourself. No one takes up any slack. So when it comes time to make a nice meal for yourself, the first thing you're thinking is dishes, a mess, and I'm tired. All right, so it's kind of like, I don't want to. But for those of you that have time and energy and you've been thinking of a really nice meal, this is Spirit saying, I heard you. I know you want to make a homemade meal. I know you've been looking on Pinterest, looking at recipes, or on, some channel, TikTok, whatever, looking at recipes. And I know that you're encouraged to make healthier meals for yourself. So I know you want to make a nice meal. And Spirit says, oh, also use your singing bowls. For those of you that have your singing bowl on a shelf, get it off the shelf, all right? And maybe get into a dream journal. Dream journal's down there. A lot of good things coming up for the singles. All right, we're going to reveal this one in a momento. All right, so what is a shadow energy that you need to look at? What has been a shadow that as a single person you've been working your way through, trying to get some clarity and some sense with it? All right, bottom of the deck, ooh, medicating. Maybe you've been thinking about drinks lately, pain pills. You've been maybe going through some kind of a suffering. Maybe your back hurts, maybe your foot hurts, maybe your hands hurt, maybe your shoulder hurts. I don't know, but you've been probably trying to take care of yourself, going to the doctors more, trying to medicate, trying to feel better. Maybe your body's been a little bit achy. Be careful, because your shadow side may be you're too negative in some aspect of yourself that is making your body hurt. So if lately as a single person you feel like your body's been achy, it's not just the cold, it's negative thoughts, deep buried negative feelings, sadness, things like that can make your body feel like they're suffering. And also if you're not eating right, that will also make your body suffer in some way. And certainly meditation, if you're not doing that, your body will suffer in some way. So anyways, that's definitely a situation coming up. We'll reveal the other shadow in a moment. Let's get the tarot. Okay. Spirit, what's been going on for the singles and what's coming up for them? What's going on for the singles and what is coming up for them? Show me the singles. Show me the singles. Ooh, we have the Star card. That just popped right out. I couldn't even put it face down. All right, so you guys have been optimistic lately. You guys have been forward thinking. You guys have been hopeful. You've been working on your healing. Feeling good about life. I think you're like revived, you're renewed, and more importantly than any message, you're rebuilding. A lot of you singles are in the process of rebuilding your life. Perhaps rebuilding your credit, perhaps rebuilding your body, perhaps rebuilding your home, perhaps rebuilding your structure for work in some sense. But you are rebuilding, and you're asking for guidance. Like, Spirit, help me do this the right way. You're not looking at the past anymore. Ooh, 5 of Cups. You were probably dealing with a Scorpio. It looks like what you have planned for your near future is hermit mode. You just kind of want to be on your own. You're not really interested in being around a lot of people. You're on a soul-searching, introspective kind of journey. While you're going through a death, you might have some very strong Scorpio energy. You guys have death. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And you have the Book of Secrets in reverse. Currently, you're kind of getting over a heartbreak. Okay? Healing yourself. This doesn't have to be love interests. It could be family. It could be work. It could be your children. It could just be life, disappointment in general. But you guys are dealing with this. You're getting over it. I do think you guys are getting over a Scorpio, or you have very prominent Scorpio in your chart. And you're getting over a heartbreak. But with this Hermit card in your future placement, your way out is going in. That's the way out. So you're learning to get to know yourself again. Bottom of the deck is 7 of Wands in reverse. You're no longer resisting the death. That's plain and simple. Wow. You're no longer resisting the death. There was a time where you were resisting the death of a connection and you just tried like hell to hang on to it with both hands. But you've learned, I've got to let go. The tower must fall. There's no way that I can continue hanging on to that for the rest of my life. It's not going to help me. It's not good for me. Spirit doesn't want it for me. I don't want it for myself. So I love it. I love the release that you're doing. Oh, I'm missing my other oracle I wanted for you. Hang on. Where did I put it? There it is. All right. I'm going to pull one more card and then we'll start reading. Hey, Scorpio's queen. Oh, been good. Been a while since I watched you. Been 3 years, actually. Love your videos. Oh, I'm so glad you're back. I've lost so many people. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad. Thank you for being back. All right. Give me a singles oracle with the herbal oracle, please. Give me a message for the singles of what is going to be transforming and changing in their life. Okay. So something about the spring. Spring is going to renew yourself. Courage, motherwort. Leo energy. So you're getting more sexy. For one, as a single, you're spending more time on body care, hair care, teeth care, eye care, all of that care. You're taking care of the body. But also that's giving you your confidence to go into the world and feel courageous. So you're tackling problems head on. You're no longer scared. There was a time where you were fearful to tackle something with work, or tackle a health concern, or tackle your home, or tackle some major project, and it was defeating. You felt like it was too much. You weren't ready. But Spirit says you are now ready to tackle. You've got this. And a lot of you guys are going to be getting renewed energy. So if you've been low on energy lately, be prepared to watch it grow. And I think a lot of that has to do with healthy eating. I think you guys are eating a much better diet, or you will be soon, and that's going to revive your energy. You're going to feel so much more alive. All right. So let's get in. What's the first self-care energy here that we got? Alone time. Okay, singles. Yeah, it's time to do some of that. You know, being single doesn't necessarily mean you're always alone. Some of you guys are surrounded by kids, family, friends, co-workers. A lot of singles are not usually always alone. You go to bed alone, you wake up alone, but then your day gets busy. So the energy here is to actually have some alone time where you go for a drive, you go to the beach, you go on a walk, or you go to the mountains and you go on a hike, or you go in your, sacred room, your sacred space, and you light incense and you do your mantras and you actually have some real quality alone time. Quality, I think, is the key word. All right. So let's see your other shadow. Ooh, ruthless. You guys are a little cold. Damn. My candle is just crackling too. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is just crackling like crazy. Anyways, this means you've been really turned off by someone and you've gotten a little cold. You've gotten some hard, thick skin. It may be your mother, it could be your ex, it could be your coworkers, your boss, whomever, but you've been beaten down a lot and you're tired of being beaten down. And by being destroyed by other people, being disrespected, it's caused you to be like, fuck it. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me how to be. You're not going to disrespect me. I am creating standards and boundaries. And if that makes me ruthless, so be it. I'll be a ruthless bitch or a ruthless asshole. You're just like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. It's about me. And so your feelings have kind of taken a back burner. You're not an emotional mess the way you were, but you're also just not emotional. And some people that are around you, family or friends, might be looking at you with your shadow and going, God, have you noticed how much single so-and-so is being kind of mean? Have you noticed how single so-and-so is kind of short-tempered? Have you noticed how single person over here has been insensitive towards our feelings, or even children's feelings. You know, ruthless doesn't care if you're a man or a woman or a child. Ruthless is like, I don't have time for somebody's shit. And if you're in that energy and you're just like, I don't have time for somebody's shit, why are you like that? I mean, this is your shadow side. I mean, it's good to embrace that, but don't embody it fully. You're supposed to be 50-50. So if you ever feel like you're a little bit too much, you do need to think about balancing that energy out and bringing in some of those emotions and those feelings and that innocence. Because I really just feel like you've just been beaten down. And by you being like them doesn't make you any better. I'm glad you're getting some strength and courage and creating boundaries, and you're harder now. You're not a soft marshmallow, but you don't want to become stone either. You know what I'm saying? So I know you've been hurt, but this healing is not by just becoming a hard shell or a hard stone. It's by having a healthy balance. And in the past here with the Six of Cups in reverse, I feel like you miss someone from the past, but you don't want to think about the past because you can't get it back. So this is you just saying, I don't really want to think about it. Fuck that. And I know I'm not going to have a reunion, so fuck it again. All right, I just, you know, in your past, you just did not get that reunion. You did not get to get back with somebody that broke your heart. I think that's a lot of this, and it could be a Scorpio, but you're just like, I did never get back with that person. I wanted to be back with that person, but it never fucking happened. And now, fuck it. You know, maybe you're drinking more, I don't know, but you're just like, fuck it. All right? You're not going to allow anyone else to come into your life and ever pull those strings with you again. You're just like, thanks for the lesson. I'm a much more difficult, hard person now. All right, so now you are the runner. You are running away from any codependency, any intimacy, okay? And this is your ego. Let's just be real. You're listening to your ego. It is what it is. We're revealing some of the shadows. This is about wellness, health. You got to listen, singles. You are perfectly fine to run away from toxicity. It's not okay to run away from love in its entirety. I feel like if it didn't work out with this person, I don't care who I'm with. You've kind of given up on love. I have to be honest. That's what I see. Given up on love. We're going to get to this part in the present moment in a second, but you have certainly given up on love, and your future is your soul searching. So I think you're going to get to the bottom of your feelings eventually, and I think this is the process you need to go through. You need to go through having strict boundaries. You need to go through being a little ruthless. You need to go through that thick-skinned, tough, hard as nails personality of yourself so you can maintain a balance later. So you're kind of experimenting with this new you. Scorpio is very high. We have the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, or healing the inner child and growth. And that could be a lot of it. The next one here is mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect your wounds, and it is about introspection. So there's some things for you to go discover, and you're on your way to discovering them. Then you have the snake. Competition. Enemies. Being clever or malicious. Looking over your shoulder. Looking at the other woman. For some people, it's the other man. But I feel like you're just done. It was like you tried so hard to make a relationship work, and somebody chose somebody else, and now you're like, fuck the both of you. So there's a lot of anger in here in this singles reading, and I really didn't want to tap into that energy, but that's kind of what's coming out. That's what's being revealed. With the present situation, what's happening with you currently, like this week, is you are going through this ending where you're finally letting go. You're putting the last nail in the coffin, You're laying something to rest. For some of you, there could be deaths that are around you right now, like literally. Like you could have family members dropping. Like one family member dies, then another family member dies, then another family member dies. Maybe you're seeing it in friends or just on Facebook or whatever, like, social medias, seeing people pass. And you're just like, so many good people are leaving. So life is, you're getting a very realistic sense of life. And you're just like, life is short. I'm not going to live forever. Who knows how long I am going to live, and so you're kind of making peace, thinking about if you died, is there going to be somebody supporting you, like a spouse through your death? And some of you guys may be seeing people die single and thinking, wow, their spouse, isn't there to lay them to rest. Or, man, it's sad that person died alone. And so you guys might be thinking about that and thinking, is that my future? Am I to die alone in my bed, or alone in some other way? Am I to die alone? And so a lot of you guys have been doing some deep introspection, Virgo vibes, right? Really going within and thinking about that and thinking, life is fun and games when it's just going, but what happens when someone gets sick? Who's going to care for them? What happens when someone is facing death? So those are some thoughts. Aside from the literal meaning of death, it is metaphorical, and it's you dying to your old self. There's a piece of you that you're burying. A lot of you guys might be facing a big birthday, and you're burying your youth. You're burying a certain part of your life, and you're just like, that part of my life is over. And you're making peace with the life that you have right now. So for a lot of you guys, it's just like, that was my youth, that was my past, that was my history. It's over. I'm stepping into a new place. So it's kind of hard to say goodbye to whatever this past is. It's also hard to say goodbye to a relationship. Some of you guys are closing the book on a long-term relationship. You guys are newly single. Some of you guys are newly single. Or you've just been hanging on to a specific person for quite some time. So maybe even in your singleness, you always had this other person in mind on who you were going to be with. And now you're telling yourself, Six of Cups reverse, that's not going to happen. We're not going to reunite. I think it's time I stop filling myself with nonsense, because I'm only hurting myself further. Five of Cups. And if I don't let this die and look at the 2 cups behind me, which is the life I have left, another relationship opportunity in the future, or just a relationship with me, I'm going to be stuck crying over spilled milk, crying and being in sorrow over something that I can't bring back to life. And this is like a death, because you can't bring back to life the relationship that's gone. It is gone. And that is the cold, hard truth. And I just said this earlier today in another reading, but there was a picture of an angel and then the Grim Reaper. And in the picture, there was a man in a hospital bed, and he was laying there, and the angel and death were talking, and the angel told death, why is it everybody loves me but hates you? And death replied, because you are a beautiful lie, and I am the ugly truth. So for a lot of you guys, that's what you're dealing with. This death represents you looking at the ugly truth, that there's a situation in the past that is not going to get reborn. It's completely dead. There is no rebirth. Ace of Swords is in the reverse. There's no new life. There's no new beginning. The ugly truth is that you wanted to believe a beautiful lie. And so this sword more so represents a bitter pill to swallow, or a double-edged sword but now the sword is going towards you. You know what I mean? And you're just like, that hurts. Why do you have to tell me the ugly truth? That fucking hurts. And the Book of Secrets is in reverse. So it's like you're opening the book. This means there is secrets and they're closed. You don't know what's going on. But this represents secrets that have been unlocked and opened, and now you do know what's going on. All right, so let's kind of reveal what could this secret be that you've found out. Let's see, what card do I want to pull? What is this secret? Let's do a Hidden Truth Oracle. Show me the secret that's being revealed to my singles. What is the secret? Okay. Oh, I feel called to take these two. First one, I hide behind material things. So maybe you're realizing habitual shopping doesn't fix anything. Maybe you're realizing you have a shopping problem. For some of you guys, that's what it is. I hide behind material things. Maybe it's cars, maybe it's clothes. Okay, you'll have to figure out what that is. And I hope that you can forgive me one day. I also feel like for the person you're dealing with, who very well could be this Scorpio, is the one who's hiding from material things. And you know it. The secret's out. They're just in a relationship for money, or cars, or stuff, or a house. And you're just like, wow, that's really your problem. And this person's like, yeah, and I hope you can forgive me one day. This is a sellout. You could have found out the truth about a sellout. I had an ex that cheated on me with a woman who had, I think, 7 kids already, and like 5 different kids' fathers. She was about 7 years older than me. At the time, I was in my mid-20s. And we had 2 children. But we were poor. We were young, and we were barely making it. And this older woman made good money. And she got lots of child support. And she got, all kinds of stuff. And anyways, she met him. He got her number. They were just supposed to kind of hang out and talk, but he was obviously just going to run around on me just for a moment like he always did, not intending on a relationship. But she had money. So in order to keep him around, he was her good-looking boy toy. He was a year younger than me. So he was this good-looking little boy toy. And she wanted the sex, and she wanted a baby from him also. She liked making babies. But she decided to buy him 2 cars and a motorcycle. She bought him diamond jewelry, like real diamonds, diamond necklaces, diamond chains with like pendants with real diamonds and sapphires and rubies, colorful gems, and rings, earrings, diamond earrings, all kinds of stuff. She got him tattoos. She took him out to eat all the time. She got him a cell phone. She was a manager somewhere, so she at a phone store. So she got him a cell phone and paid for his bill. She also paid for the car insurance, the tags, room and board. He was in New York at the time, separated from me, visiting family, but he decided to stay a little longer because he was really cashing in with this girl, this woman. He didn't tell me. what was going on, but he was a sellout. He was allowing his body to be used to get stuff. And he was coming back home to me with this stuff. She also took him on a shopping spree. She bought him a very expensive sneakers, which was like Jordans and Nikes. Not just one pair, but multiple pairs. And she got him clothes. At the time, it was Rockaware, you know, Jay-Z's clothing line, and all these name brands. Nikes, Jordans, just everything. Name brand everything. Colognes, she was getting him very expensive. Lacoste, Calvin Klein, Gucci, all that shit. She was just buying him like galore, all this shit. She probably spent all her child support checks on him. So he started to get really greedy. And he would come back home and I was like, where did you get all this stuff? And he was like, I bought it. I'm like, how did you buy it? You weren't making that kind of money. You know, we're barely paying the bills. Where did you get all this stuff? I mean, me and the kids were going secondhand store shopping and he's coming home with name brand shit. I was fucking shocked. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Are you prostituting yourself? Like, basically, what the fuck is going on? Well, my intuition knew something was up, and eventually I found out about her, and he was still with me, and he came home with us, but then he would go back, and anyways, this I hide behind material things reminds me of that story, and I don't know if that's your situation, but it could be. It could be someone broke your heart because they were allowing themselves to be used to get material stuff. Okay, they're selling their life out, they're giving their body and their emotions to someone for stuff. So that might be your situation. I mean, I don't know if it's exactly, but you'll know what the situation is. So anyways, you know, long story short, he went back to me and it was drama, you know, but this woman did confess to me. She's like, I bought him all that stuff. Everything in your house, everything that he came home with, I bought him. You know, so I had to deal with her throwing that in my face and saying, I can do more for him than you can. And, you know, who was I? I was just the mother of his children, you know, the wife, the one that's been with him for years. Obviously, that didn't matter. You know, stuff was more important. So anyways, if you went through something like that, I could understand why you're suffering at this point and you're just like, I'm so distraught, I'm so upset. And you're thinking, what did I do to deserve this? You know, what can I possibly do to compete with somebody like that? You know, and if it's not materialism, maybe it is a house, a comfortable home, a marriage, a lifestyle. A lifestyle can be seen as material things. And it's possible someone has traded you in for something else that has what they would consider a more comfortable lifestyle. And so that's it. And they're living there because it fits their lifestyle. Or they're with whatever. Maybe they just moved away from you for a job. Their job is more important than you. For some people, money, financials, career is more important to them than the relationship. But I think whatever you went through, you definitely loved somebody. 6 of Cups. This was a soulmate or a past life partner that chose something else, okay? And you've just been having to deal with that. And I don't think your guard is up anymore. I think you're no longer fighting death. Okay? Because 7 of Wands is resistance, but it's in reverse. And you're just like, go ahead. Go ahead. Let this relationship end. It's over. I'll face the ugly truth. I'll deal with the reality. You know? It is what it is. But with the Ace of Swords, it's not seeing things correctly. It's not having clarity. I think you're imagining a lot of these things in your mind. I think you're thinking the worst, you know, and you're thinking it much worse than it really is. Like, oh, he must really love her. That's not true. It's materialism. Or, you know, she must really love him. And that's not true. It's materialism. Or it's status. You're thinking they really want nothing more to do with me. This relationship is completely dead. There's nothing left to do in this relationship. There's no CPR. There's no bringing this back. Okay? There is no bringing this back. And the Ace of Swords in reverse says that's not true. But at this place in time, you really don't care if it's true or it's not true. At this place in time, you're just hurt and you're getting over it. You're like, whatever the fucking truth is, I don't know. You know why I don't know? Because that person kept me in the dark. Book of Secrets. That person did not talk to me about their feelings, did not talk to me about what they wanted in life, did not share with me what they were doing on their daily days. They just didn't share with me. They kept a secret life. They had a secret life, and clearly it was for financial matters. And what else am I supposed to think? Am I supposed to think the best of them? No. Am I supposed to think the best of this relationship? No. The ugly truth is, it is what it is. They're not here. It didn't work out. I'm hurt. I really tried hard to make it work, but I'm single. And the best I can get out of this situation is learning that this relationship reflected my wounds. For a lot of you guys, this wasn't the first time you've been hurt. This was the second. Or more. But what I'm trying to say is this person that hurt you, they weren't the first. It takes someone a lot of pain and suffering to get ruthless. You're like, this was just the last nail in the coffin. I already had several other nails in the coffin before I was going to change who I am, but now I've changed. It's not just this person. It is the past in general. Okay, so anyways, this Hermit card is here now, saying you're doing some inner journey work. You're doing some soul searching. You're going to find some answers to your past. You're going to find some answers to why you've gone through the things you've gone through. Let's see what you've gone through. What is it that you're about to find on this journey? Let's do the transformation oracles. What are you going to find on your soul searching journey? Oops. What are you going to find? Spirit, please guide and direct me to what the singles are going to find in this soul searching. What is it that's going to be reflected to them? What do we need to find on this path? Bottom of the deck is simplicity. Unloading the baggage of the past. Not going on the path that's so difficult, but going on the path of least resistance.
I want to knock.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
So was that you?
No, I heard the knock and then I knocked on you, which I thought was you.
It's probably Mariah downstairs.
Where's that dance?
Well, I don't know, but it wasn't me. So anyways, you're going down this path of simplicity, and clearly she's unloading her baggage. So on this journey, you will be unloading a lot of your pain from the past. Past life karma, mostly, is what I think you're going to be unloading. The next one here is separation. Wow. And that's why you're single. That's why you're going through what you're going through. But you know, separation from the light and the dark, separation from the truth and the lies, separation from who you really are and who you were. I think that's the biggest one. Who you are now and who you were. You are separating and you're changing and you're growing. You are not the same girl. You are not the same boy from many years ago. So let's read that. Number 11, you guys might be seeing 1111 a lot. And if you are seeing 1111, it's showing you that you've been repeating cycles. 1111 for you is you are repeating cycles. And it's getting your attention to say, look at the cycles you're repeating. And it could just be past life cycles also. Gosh, there's a lot of R's. Okay. My goodness. Okay. So it says here, this is a duality card. It represents the element of earth, the number 11, and the phase is ending. It says, let go of what and who no longer works in your life. As this day vanishes, inevitably into night, so the hermit goes on his journey, taking his lantern with the only hope and insight he has, the little bit of faith left, the belief in himself. Let me hold the both up. So the belief he has in himself, knowing that somehow, somewhere, he's going to find his answer. Determined as he is, he goes into the dark, not knowing what he will find, but fearlessly going in and finding out and discovering whatever he can that lies hidden from him. And as you detach yourself from the world, so you go into the inner journey and you withdraw from everything that has been. As you retire your failed projects, relationships that don't work anymore, maybe some illusions and deluded old dreams that have prevented your progress, you now venture in. You've detached yourself into the distance of yourselves from lingering hopes and illusions. It's time now to say goodbye to someone or something you've held close, or who you once were, or just your past in general, letting it go. With neutrality and maturity, you drop your fantasies about life. You get realistic. You look at the hard truth. You grow up a notch. You drop the fantasies. Be aware of trying to stay friends after a breakup, because that probably isn't going to work for you right now. Chasing after someone who rejected you is also not going to work right now. When a sapling breaks, it's a messy fracture with dozens of pieces, still clinging to one another. Technically, this tree is broken, yet it's still technically in one piece. A clean break preserves your self-esteem, and it will shorten the recovery. Grief is necessary after a loss, and it can't start until you get off the merry-go-round of hope and despair that comes with hanging on and trying to fix what's clearly over. Retire a worn-out ideal. Have a mini funeral. It's going to help you get over this ending. It's time for you to go your separate ways and lay this situation to rest. Your energy is freed to prepare for something new and something better. And now you're able to go in search of some other truth, some inner knowing, and some revelation that has yet to be revealed to you because of this separation. Whew, the cold hard truth, guys. That's just hard to accept. I've been there. It did get to a point with that person that I was in a relationship with, and you know, I just knew that I knew that this relationship was over. And there was no going back. There's technically no going back to the way things were. Because truthfully, after a death, anything is possible. There is rebirth. You can come back, but you're not going to be in the same body. And maybe not even the same family. So there's that. There's that bit of truth that it's hard for you to accept the relationship or job or family member or whatever this situation, 5 of Cups is, that's over. There's whatever it is for you as a single person, you know what it is. It's just there's no going back. Not to the way things were. And I think that's why you're so ruthless. And I think that's why you're medicating. And I think that's why you don't want to look back on the past anymore because it hurts. And I think that's why you're just surrendering whatever this painful situation is to the universe with the Star card. You're just like, here, take it. Take my worries, take my sorrow, take my relationship, take my hopes, take my dreams. I want to give it all to you. I don't want to hang on to it anymore. I want to go through this death and I want to bury it. But what Spirit is saying is, yes, go through the death. Go through the letting go process because you need to. You can't hang on anymore. Empty out a lot of that baggage. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to have a rebirth of some beautiful kind. Because something good is coming through the death. And right now you're kind of like, I don't know if anything good is going to come. There's kind of that question. And that's why the Hermit is your future card, because he's going in search of happiness. He's going in search of answers. And I think right now you're just making peace. And I think you're connecting the dots. And I think you're understanding why that relationship or job or family connection is suffering and why it ended. This is really finding out the answers to why it didn't work out. And as you go on this inner journey, you're going to discover things about your inner child. You're going to discover things about yourself that you didn't know. And you needed this alone time to really find yourself. So anyways, this person that hurt you, they still love you and they hope that you can forgive them. They're going down their own karmic path. But you are running away from this now. You don't want to be in that vibe anymore. And I actually think that's a really good thing. So let's go ahead and read this alone time. You and yourself just getting all this courage to just walk away. And remember, you did not have this courage before. This is a recent new transformation for you. All right, the number 2, alone time. So this is a mantra. I make time to focus on myself. Joyously explore your alone time and think about what you would like to do in solitude. Then plan that so you can spend more time and you can free up your commitments because you're now putting those on pause. You can find peace and stillness by completely tuning in to your own needs. You can keep it simple and plan something like a quiet night alone to journal and be introspective. You can go for a walk or work on a creative project, meditate, make a nice meal for yourself, or try any solo activity that feels restorative to you. Be sure to communicate to your loved ones how important this time is for you. Make them aware of how it allows you to show up more fully in daily life. That way they can support you by respecting the time you need to be alone without interruption. For a journal prompt, how does having alone time make you feel? And what emotions and memories come up for you when you are truly alone? I love it. I do love it. So totally going inside yourself. All right, let's look into courage. Number 13. The death number. Singles, the confidence and strength you need is within and only has to be awakened. All the energy and endurance you need will be available, and the tools you require will present themselves as needed. So do not hesitate to undertake this introspective, withdrawing journey alone. It may take longer than you hope to expect for an outcome or resolve in the moment, but longevity is assured with any undertakings or commitments made during this process. Listen to your heart, because it is speaking the truth that you need to hear. Situations involving children are a focus right now, and love is also a theme and the moment. Oh my gosh. Wow. And you do have the love card, remember? I don't know if you guys can see it from up there. But there's the love card. L-O-V-E, their card. And love is the theme. And it's really time to love you. So I'm happy about that. You are getting the courage now. Very good. All right, so let's read simplicity. All right. So the overall underall energy that Spirit wants you to understand at the heart and the depth of the matter is, my friends, my single ones, eliminate the excess. This is the narrow gate. The element is earth, the number is 6, and the phase is to decline. Boil things down to their true essence. Right now, in order to move forward, you are letting go of your baggage. Material baggage, such as possessions. So you might be decluttering your closets, clearing out old junk, getting rid of things that you no longer want or need. Maybe even just not keeping up with possessions that take so much work to keep them. Just anything in excess. Emotional baggage is also a message here, such as an old hurt or resentments and bitterness. Even mental baggage, such as ideas about life and spirituality that don't ring true anymore. As you drop the rock and dump your baggage, you release what has been holding you back, and it now gets simplified. And as you lighten your load, you pass through a narrow gate, and this leads you to your higher self and your best version of your best self. This gate is one of humility, honesty, and simplicity. The narrow gate is one way, and once you enter it, you can't go back to your former way of life and its limited understanding, which is the truly important part of this journey. Never going back actually is going to feel good. You're now shedding your skin, being reborn as the butterfly from the cocoon. You're becoming somebody else. You're evolving. It's time to get naked with the truth of who you are. Not what you own and not what you've been through, but in this present moment. You are simply releasing whatever's been holding you back and moving closer to the purest state of your being, simplifying, reducing, and moving forward with ease. I love it, guys. I think you guys love it too. All right, so far so good. You are in a time of self-love and a death. You are in the rebuilding process. You are going to be alone. Hermit is your future. So you're going to be alone for a little while, okay? But this is so you can rebuild. You have to strengthen yourself. You have to release those pains and hurts, this relationship, the baggage, the lessons, anything in excess. It's got to be cleansed so you can be reborn. Let's go ahead and reveal your future outcome with this last oracle. This is going to be what's coming up in the nearest future. And we have protection, the echinacea. I love it. Oh, I love echinacea. I love echinacea tea. I love everything echinacea. I love the flower as well. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so you are number 30. You are healing and you're going to protect yourself. You're patching up those wounds, aren't you? I'm thinking Band-Aids. I'm thinking stitching like a scar, like you're going to the doctor's. You're stitching that big gash, that open wound. You're finally mending and putting yourself back together. That's what I'm feeling with protection. You're protecting your open wounds from being exposed to further hurt, honestly. So you need to stitch this open gash back together. And that's what you're doing. You're rebuilding and you're stitching yourself back together, going through this death. Let's read number 30. All right. So there is a need to take more active roles in strengthening your defenses, protecting yourself, drawing the line, saying this is my boundary. Don't cross it. This is for your better good. Something in moderation is called for as energies seem to be out of balance in your life, singles. Do not bottle up your feelings or your thoughts. Now is the time to explore them. Go inside those thoughts and feelings. Get into the moon. Do not bottle them up anymore. This is time to voice concerns calmly with care and ensure that future similar issues do not rise up again in the same way. Patience is also needed for yourself, as it is a little self-reflection to work out what it is you really want and to stay true to your purpose and your inner truth. I love it. This is beautiful. There's something with Aquarius also. As you guys know, Saturn and Jupiter are coming together in the sign of Aquarius per Vedic sidereal astrology. And that is Saturn representing reality and Jupiter representing morality. And Jupiter representing healing and Saturn representing what ails you. So as they come together, you find answers. You are wise and you are realistic, okay? So there is a wise action being taken into your life with this star card where you are going to release things that don't serve you and become a new you, a much better version of you. And you are not going to be hurt again like you were in the past. You are changed. So getting to know yourself again is what's needed with this alone time. Whoever you are right now watching this video, you weren't last week. You really weren't that person last year. Okay, you're no longer that person. And I think you're still getting used to who this person is now. Who am I now? Like, because you're still looking back and going, oh yeah, that was me. That was me. Maybe looking at old photos even and going, oh yeah, that was me. You're not that person anymore. Thank God for that. But you have to love the you now, the broken you, the wounded you, the alone you, the you that's learned tough lessons, the you that has thicker skin, the you that has life experience, the you that's been through death. Okay, that's the new you. And you have to look at this person with love and be like, okay, I'm getting to know you now. And I really want to know what you want. So I want you guys to take this reading as even a little bit of homework and just figure out what it is you really want. Not materialistically, although that could be helpful. What are some experiences you want to have? For example, somebody wants an experience where they could sit down in a clean, calm room with the smell of lavender. Maybe nice piano music on. Maybe some beautiful lace sheer curtains, big open windows, and a pretty view outside. Sitting in a nice, comfortable armchair by a table, drinking tea. Just sitting in peace, being grateful for the peace and the beautiful home around them. Maybe somebody wants that experience. That's what I mean by alone time, figuring out what you really want, not materialistically per se, but an experience. Maybe somebody here watching wants an ocean view. They want to bury their toes in the sand and feel the breeze of the ocean against their skin and hearing the waves and seeing maybe dolphins jump in the distance. You want to be able to walk out from your home with a cup of coffee and go to that beach. That's something you want. Maybe perhaps somebody else wants an entirely different vision. Maybe somebody wants to get behind a 1964 Camaro, bright red, on a highway, just in the hot sun, just feeling the breeze in your hair as you're going 90 down the highway, and just feeling free. Nothing holding you back. That's an experience you want. You know, maybe somebody wants to experience growing old with someone. And you want to have that front porch with the hanging plants, the rocking chairs, and giggles and laughs while watching your grandchildren play in the front yard. Or you want to wrap your hands around someone you've been with for many years. And you just want to say, I love you, you old man, and I love you, you crazy old woman. And you want that. You know, these are the things that you have to really think about in your alone time. What experiences do you want to have in this life? It's not about, like I said, per se exact materialism, but experiences. Maybe you want to travel with someone. Maybe you're just like, oh, I would love to go to Greece. I would love to go to Rome. I would love to go, you know, to Cancun. I would love to go to these places with someone. I would love to put on my sunglasses, have a big straw hat, have my suitcase packed, be all tan and glistening and in a sundress and ready to go on the next plane to the next place. Holding hands with this person that's wearing these awesome, you know, shorts and sandals that match, and we're just holding hands, happily traveling together. Maybe that's a vision for what you want. Maybe what you want as a child. Maybe some of you are young and you've never had that and you're like, more than anything, I want to be a mother or I want to be a father. What would that be like? Where would I take my child? The zoo, the park? I would love to take them to these places. Disney World. You know, maybe for some of you, you would love to go on a vacation alone. Maybe you would love to go to Disney alone. Maybe you want to go to Disney with a partner. I don't know. I'm going to let you guys envision whatever it is you want. Okay? But I want you to have that picture, and I want you to have that feeling, and I want you to smell the smell around you. Like I said, each image I described had a smell. Well, most of them. They had a smell. They had the vision. And you could almost feel the experience. When you picture yourself in peace and calm, imagine the little spoon going across the teacup, making that sound, scratching the porcelain, smelling the lavender in the hot lemon tea, maybe hearing the snowfall, the quiet and the stillness of it, or the fireplace crackling. If those are things you want, you need to really feel them and envision them. Don't just have a quick jab. Just a quick jab of a vision. You need to have a real vision. So anyways, yeah, spend your time alone. You guys are decluttering your lives right now. You need to be alone to do it. You need to be alone to clear out your home, alone to clear out the bags of the past, alone to figure out what you want, and alone to cry, and alone to release. Personally, I don't think you guys are doing a lot of crying because I think you guys have a thick skin and you're medicating, and the Six of Cups in reverse, I don't think you're looking at the past in an emotional way. I think you're like, I'm done with emotions, and I really don't think that we're going to have a reunion. So you're very hard and coarse and stiff and very unemotional. You're full of power and courage right now. Very masculine. Anyways, you guys are going to be all right, and this little single journey is so good for you. And things are going to work out beautifully as you go on this introspective journey. So that's what you guys are doing. Fix yourself a nice meal tonight. That really came up. Don't forget to use your singing bowls. Let's get a fortune cookie outcome for you at the end, my singles. Okay. We have one that turned over. Ooh, we have shocking. Eye-opening moment of clarity. So pretty soon, it's going to be crystal clear what you want. Eye-opening. Pretty soon, everything's going to make sense. And it's going to be shocking to you because you've never seen anything so clear in your life. You're going to be clear-minded. You're going to be at peace. You're going to be clear-hearted. You're going to be a raw diamond, just clear. Or a cut diamond is what I mean. A cut diamond. You're no longer going to be a raw, cloudy diamond. You're going to be clear. And I just feel like all of these things that happened to you were supposed to get you to this point. So that's the shocking truth. Down here, something has got to give, change. So a lot of you guys may be changing your habits, changing the way you look, changing where you live, changing how you live. But you know change has got to come in your life, period. And you're bringing on that change. And you finally have the courage. All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Ooh, we ended at 66 minutes. Love it. That balance and harmony. Excuse me. So anyways, I love you guys so much. Remember, this love is a journey, not a destination. Just keep swimming. You've got this. Take one day at a time, one bag, one problem at a time, one reading at a time. You're going to be fine, honestly. And good luck off on this alone journey. I'm right there with you guys. Get that alone time, make use of it. And good luck with whatever you're changing. Good luck with whatever you're emptying out. I'm so happy for this change. And I do know that, springtime is going to feel like a brand new you. So get ready for spring, guys. It's right around the corner. And your brand new self is right around the corner. I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. If you're interested in anything I have to offer, please go to jks1111.com. All right? And if you guys want to donate anything to me, you don't have to, but it sure is welcome. You can go to Cash App. Money symbol, let that shit go, 1111 is my tag. And you can always donate on my website as well if you feel so called to do so. I love you all. Be well and be blessed. Just keep swimming. Bye. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, markers. Thank you, Karen. I love you guys. Good luck, singles. You got this.